You gave the company to Alex, I asked, struggling to keep my voice steady without even telling me. My father, sitting behind his massive oak desk, didn't even flinch. He flipped through a stack of papers, barely glancing up. He's the son, Sophia, he said. It's his role to take over. The room seemed to shrink around me. I gripped the chair in front of me, trying to hold myself steady. His role, I echoed, my voice rising. Papa, I've spent years preparing for this. I know this business better than anyone. Alex he doesn't care like I do. Sophia, he said calmly, his tone final. This isn't about who cares more. It's about tradition. And tradition says the son takes over. My name is Sophia Ramirez. I'm 28 years old and 4. As long as I can remember, my father has been the most dominant presence in my life. Stern but fair. As long as you stayed within the strict boundaries he set. He built our family's import-export business from the ground up, and I spent my childhood watching him pour everything he had into it. By the time I was 15, I knew I wanted to be a part of it, but not just a part I wanted to lead. I worked relentlessly toward that goal. I graduated with honors, earned a finance degree, and spent endless hours shadowing my father. I interned, gained experience in logistics, operations, and even began suggesting improvements to streamline the business. He would nod approvingly at my ideas. You're sharp, Sophia, he'd say. You'll make a great CFO one day. That line always stung. It was a compliment, sure, but it was also a limit. No matter how much I accomplished, how passionate I was, he never once said I could be CEO. That title was always meant for Alex May, younger brother. Alex and I couldn't be more opposite. Where I was focused and disciplined, he was charming, but indifferent. He skated through school, more interested in soccer and parties than academics. When he eventually joined the business, he treated it like a side hustle, a fallback if his real plans didn't work out. He'd arrive late, leave early, and spend more time on his phone than at meetings. Still, my father adored him. Anytime I raised concerns, he'd dismiss them. He just needs time to grow, he'd say. He's still young. It was maddening. But I kept believing that my work would eventually speak for itself, that one day my father would see my value and reconsider. Now, standing in his office as he waved away my years of dedication, I realized I'd been deluding myself. Word of Alex's promotion spread quickly. Colleagues who had respected me offered awkward smiles and quiet condolences. Even those who liked Alex looked uneasy. Everyone knew he wasn't ready. I tried to stay focused on my work, but each mistake he made, each missed deadline, each careless oversight made my blood boil. He didn't even seem to care. He was just going through the motions, confident in the role that had been handed to him. Then, one afternoon, everything came to a head. I was passing the conference room when I overheard raised voices. Alex, this shipment delay is going to cost us thousands, a senior manager said, clearly exasperated. We need to fix this now. I'm working on it, Alex replied, defensive. It's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. The manager shot back. Do you even understand what this means? We're about to lose a major client. I peeked in and saw Alex slouched in his chair, avoiding eye contact. My stomach dropped. This wasn't just about tradition anymore. It was about our future. That evening, I sat at my kitchen table, laptop open, combing through reports, contracts, and logistics data. The more I uncovered, the worse it looked. Delays, lost clients, missed opportunity. Alex was slowly running the business into the ground, and my father was too blinded by tradition to see it. I leaned back, rubbing my temples. The thought of confronting him again terrified me, but silence was no longer an option. This was about more than just me. It was about our employees, our legacy. I picked up the phone and called Elena Mai, former professor and confidant. "I need your advice," I said as soon as she answered. "I think I'm about to start a fight I can't win." "Good," she replied without hesitation. "Then it's worth fighting for." In the weeks that followed Alex's promotion, the problems only got worse. Shipments were late, deadlines were missed, rumors swirled about our slipping reputation, loyal clients were beginning to look elsewhere. But my father remained steadfast. "He's learning," he insisted. "These things take time." "How much time, Papa?" I asked, unable to hide my frustration. "Do you even realize how many clients we've lost this month?" "Relax, Sophia." Alex chimed in from across the table. "I've got it under control, like the shipment to Valencia last week," I snapped. "Or the contract renewal you forgot?" "That's enough," my father said firmly. "We're not fixing this at dinner." That night, I called Elena again. "It's worse than I thought," I told her, pacing my living room. "Alex is in over his head, and Papa refuses to see it." "And what are you going to do about it?" she asked. I paused. "I don't know. He's made it clear I'm not the one he sees in charge." "You've spent years preparing for this," she said. "Don't let stubbornness stop you. Prove him wrong." Ha! Words echoed in my mind for days. At work, things reached a breaking point. Carlos, one of the sales managers, knocked on my door. "It's Alex," he said quietly. He missed another big client meeting. When I followed up, he brushed it off like it was nothing. "But it is something, Sophia. That client is critical." "Did you tell my father?" Carlos hesitated. I tried, but he didn't want to hear it. "Thank you," I said. "I'll take care of it." After he left, I sat at my desk in silence. If my father wouldn't face reality, I'd have to force the issue. Over the next few days, I worked tirelessly analyzing every detail of the business, gathering evidence, and drafting a comprehensive plan, not just to point out what was broken, but to offer a solution only I could lead. When Elena reviewed the plan during a late-night call, she sounded impressed. "This is solid, Sophia. You've thought of everything." "Thanks," I said, though anxiety still churned in my gut. "But will it be enough?" "Forget what your father might say. This is about the company and your future. Own it." With that in mind, I called for a family meeting. The night before, I barely slept. My mind reeled with but I knew I couldn't back down. The next evening, I walked into the dining room. My father and Alex were already seated. "Thanks for coming," I began, gripping the folder of documents. "I need to talk to you both, and I need you to really Listen, the dining room felt more like a battlefield than a family space. My father sat at the head of the table, Alex scrolling through his phone until my father shot him a look. Well, Sophia, my father said, let's hear it. I opened the folder. The company's performance has been declining. Shipments are late. Clients are leaving. Our reputation is suffering. If we don't act now, we could lose everything. Alex scoffed. You're blowing this out of proportion. 3 major clients gone in the last month. I countered. One of them was with us for over 10 years. I handed reports to my father. This is the financial damage. And here's the client feedback missed deadlines. Poor communication, no leadership. My father's brow furrowed. Why haven't I seen this before? Because no one wants to upset you, I said. But I will. Because I care more about this company than your pride. He leaned back, crossing his arms. So you think Alex isn't ready? I know he's not, I said. And if we don't fix this now, we'll lose everything. Alex stood. You've always been jealous. Jealous. I shot back. This isn't about ego. It's about the company and the people counting on us. I turned to my father again and slid my plan across the table. This is how we fix it. Immediate steps. Clear action. A path forward. He flipped through the pages, silent. This is good, he finally said. But leadership isn't just about plans. I've been leading my whole life. I said, you've seen it. All I'm asking is for a chance to prove it. The silence stretched. Then he turned to Alex. What do you think? Alex looked stunned. You're really considering this? I am, my father said. Because Sophia is right. Alex's shoulders slumped. Fine, he muttered. Let her do it. You'll have your chance, Sophia, my father said. But it won't be easy. You'll have to prove yourself at every turn. I understand, I replied. And I won't let you down.